Night cruising and the nonsense begins. Kick your feet up, shake off the day since. Coffee, wine, whatever you've got. We're here to unwind, talk cases or not. Maybe a filing drops, maybe it's trash, maybe it's rumors somebody swears are facts. We laugh at the chaos, call out the weird, because nothing's too wild for the night shift here. Settle in tight, let the drama flow by. If it's messy, confusing, or certified slide, we'll pick it apart with the chat on fire, keeping it real till your eyelids get tired. Let the world calm down, let the noise fade low. It's our late night corner where the real ones go. No pressure, no rush, just the crew and the flow. Welcome to the Baker Night Show. So settle in tight, let the drama float by. If it's messy, confusing, or certified slide, we'll pick it apart with the chat on fire, keeping it real till your eyelids get tired.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whoever you are, what, if any, you might be, and welcome to the first installment of... What the hell did I call this show? I don't know. Because I have been fighting for unity night after night, and I didn't get it. So tonight it's just... Did I call it late night pie show or something? I am a certified idiot, so how the hell would I know? And T-Rex, 7 months. Late night cream pies. Yes, late night cream pies, because it is a bake show. And Paul says, just saw your Nathan show, sent you a message. In chat over there, then I might not have seen it. But somewhere else, I might see it at some point. Boom, 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 boom. Hope I'm doing good. Did you and your daughter go and look at the house today? And what did she think? I hope she liked it. Well, not to say anything disparaging about my wonderful daughter, but we had a meeting with the realtor at 10 o'clock. I was at the house at 10 to 10 because, of course, you're there 10 minutes early. And no kiddo. And we walked around, looked at the house. I called her, said, are you coming? She didn't pick up the phone. Called, walked around, looked at it. It was okay, but not great. And it needed a new bathroom, and that's just crazy expensive to do. And when I drove away, I had another house I had to go look at. I called her, the idiot who lives at her house, and I said, didn't we have a deal today? No, it's tomorrow. I said, no, I'm pretty sure I would remember if it was tomorrow, especially because I have a notification saying Saturday, 10 o'clock. Well, you better talk to your daughter. So I got to talking to my daughter, and she said, no, it's tomorrow. I said, I'm pretty sure I am never wrong about any times that I make. No, you wrote me. And then I went back, sent her the old message that it was today. So they will be setting up an appointment with the realtor and go look at... I think I don't know if they're going to look at the both of them or the last one, because the last one, it was a little too small. It was, what would you say, the it needed a lot of paint, and it needed a lot of things, that light fixtures and stuff like that was old school light fixtures, but you can fix that. That's cosmetic. That's fix as you go plan. But it was a guy who smoked a lot, so it it looked yellow and stuff like that. And but 20 20 gallons of not 20 gallons, um, 2 gallons of paint can fix a lot of that in a room, so it looks fresh and new again. Yes, it wasn't, but the price bracket I'm in, you're not going to get a mansion. So I was the thing I fell in love with at the house is they had a brick sunroom, so a brick basement, so it's insulated, good windows, insulating windows. So I thought if I could just put on either a real roof or put on those insulated clear plates that you can put on sunrooms, I could use that as a studio. And then if I looked out, I would be looking right out on a field where he said out there is where all the deer and stuff like that, they run around and forages and stuff like that. So I could imagine opening up a studio out there, but I need the idiot to go and look at it, because he can kind of estimate how much money do you need to sink into it. But again, it's way cheaper to just paint some rooms. There's a wall I want to knock down, and then insulate a sunroom, and then it's livable. The other one, you needed a new bathroom. It was so old school that your shower head was the fixture from the sink, and it was this wide. So I I I wouldn't be able to use it. And again, a new bathroom, Danish money, 150,000 or something like that, and you will never recuperate that money when you sell it. But the other one, I would say, for my price bracket was probably, I don't know if there's anything hidden in it, but it had a new roof. It had pretty good pretty good insulation. That's really important in Denmark because it's so cold. And you had like city heat, central heating from the city provides, you could knock into, which would probably cost like 50,000. But then you don't have to have an oil burner or anything at your house. You just get it through the pipes from the city. So that would be very easy, and that's the cheapest heating you can have in Denmark. So it had a lot of upsides. We don't do safe spaces. We have Brandon. Hey, Lily. No, go Indiana Pacers. Well, I'm sorry I'm boring. I really need to get rid of your picture. What? Who? What's going on? Why is there a bleeding pig? Where's that bleeding pig? What's happening? Who? I'm what? I had well, I got up at 4 a.m. yesterday and then couldn't fall back asleep. Came back from my daughter's at 5 p.m. And then I was just, no, I'm gonna fight till 10 o'clock and then fall asleep. Fell asleep at 8 and woke up again at 4. So today, another stupid day. Talking about stupid. Hey, crazy Amy, how are you doing this fine morning? You need a little pie after a BLT. Yeah, I tried to set it up because normally I'll be sleeping, but he has Smex Club and I can then have no Smex Club after. Crazy expensive is crazy. That's in Denmark. You say the bathroom is the most expensive room, and then you have the kitchen. That's the second most. It's because of all the water you have to do the plumbing. You would be told that be punch and pie. Cream pies is all we have for late night streams. No moon pies. How you doing, expert? Expert. The people who came over yesterday and saw us for the first time said you were funny. They don't know you. You know what house to buy the moment you walk into it. Sometimes you need to compromise on the ideal home, but when it becomes yours, it's what makes it perfect. Yeah, and that's the thing. I walked around in it and I could see, okay, knock this wall down, get some white paint on all of these walls, and you can do a lot. But it was just that sunroom where I was thinking, oh my god, you could sit out here insulated, and then imagine doing these streams. It's 20 to 7 in the morning. Right now, it won't be light out for the next 2 hours, but at the summer, in summer times, it'll be sunshine out, and there's windows all over this sunroom, and just sitting and streaming out there and just enjoy the view. I'm a bit disappointed, my dude. If my brother worked for Lego, my entire wall would be filled with sets. I had a person write a comment that take down your toys in the background. You're a grown man, and I'm like, no, but apparently I can't have it. When you can see yourself living in the home, that's the right house, and that's the thing because it's 10 minutes away from Baby Baker. It's it's a shitty little town. It's not. I'm used to a bigger town, but I have. He said it'll take 5 to 10 minutes to drive to all the normal stores I have and a gym. So I can just go to the gym and I can do my shopping on the way home. I live in front of a camera. I don't go out much. Yes, we can see you. Can you hear us? The toys in the bedroom gets to stay. I don't have any toys in my bedroom. This is the No Smacks Club. Brother, yeah, let's set up a talk where no one is watching giggity. And you can send me a StreamYard link. You can share your screen, and I can point you around where to touch things and do stuff. And let's do that and anything else you need. But let's hit me up in DMs or however you like to do it, and I'll help you as much as I can because it's new. It's weird. You have people watching, and because you are a popular person, you got a shit ton of people watching compared to my first two people stream. My 0 people stream was where I started. It's a little bit easier than when you have 200 people and you're 40 minutes late and everything is just your mind keeps wandering and talk about why the hell did this not work? I want this to be perfect, and that's all you're thinking about. And you see that one little comment that just gets you the wrong way. Let's make a time slot out half an hour, and we can share screens, and I can point and click and teach you what to do and what not to do. It's way easier that way. I am more than happy to do it. I'm mid 50s. I will have a ton of Star Wars Lego on display. I am on your side with hanging them in the background. Yeah, and that's the thing. So what if I want that in my background? Um, it's not your show. Don't worry about it. I was just going to say only listen to Baker's advice, but I didn't want to sound rude. Hey, I don't know if I'm any good at anything. I've helped a few people out, and they have been appreciative. And again, I if I can help someone else give you a great presentation, why shouldn't I? This whole oh, I want to be alone because I want to make all the money. Big Buck Baker isn't a thing. Big Box Baker is he's absolutely fine with sharing the pie. I don't do this whole "I'm so great, you should pay me" and all of that crap. I'm in it for making friends, growing the pie together, and giving all of you, because you're the most important part. All of you should have a great presentation. I suspected that my iPad had live going at the same time. That's what I think, but I'm not sure. Don't mix Mac and PC. It'll never work. We need just 9 more viewers to beat Big Bad Cryford. You had to bring him up. There's a reason why I had to put on my street clothes today from my old street gang. This hurt me on a different level yesterday. I put this up. Memories pressed between the pages of my mind. Memories sweeten through the ages just like wine. And I said, was it something I said? I can change, I promise, because I got blocked. I got blocked. And I'm such a nice guy. I don't. I promised you. I was just looking at other guys. I wasn't doing anything. No, this was my ninth grade. I didn't have two black guys when I was in fifth grade. And as I put in Aiden's chat, two black guys sounds rough or like a good weekend. But I love that one of his, who, as you can see, this says follow back. So they follow me. You're an embarrassment to law tubers. Hands in chat for anyone who have ever heard me claim I am a lawyer. I'm, when you send people, don't send the dumb people. It's yeah, I don't know why people are doing that. Apparent black guys. Yeah, and they had to call your mom because you were hanging out with two black guys. I'm not saying anything, but if school calls your mom because you're hanging out with two black guys, that's a racist school. I don't. My neighbor is from Kenya. We hang out all the time. Well, we don't. We talk out, but my school wouldn't have called and said, "Hey, have you heard Baker is talking to a black guy?" Yeah. Hey, Farrell, how are you doing, crazy lady? Yeah, it's been a tough weekend. That's probably why I needed to sleep yesterday, because I've just spent. Pie is superior to cake, especially for birthday. I like a good layer cake for birthday. No, of course I haven't, because I'm a baker. It's in the name. I am a trial streamer. I'm a true crimer. I am whatever it is I do. I cover live trials. I make stupid things at night, and sometimes I'll bake. Love the Christmas doll you posted. Never heard of that, but it's adorable. Better than those mischievous elf we have that have their parents nuts, making do crazy messy things and remember every night. Yeah. Oh, I thought that I didn't know if you did it over in the United Yankitudes, but in Denmark we have these little gnome doors that you'll have. We'll call them Nisser. It's a mix between a gnome and an elf. They are Santa's helpers in our universe. But you'll make these little doors that you'll put on your wall somewhere in your house so the kid can go there and, oh, is the gnome here? And sometimes you'll have the little gnome do bad stuff, leave rice outside or whatever. Um, just to did I put it on Twit? Maybe I can. Yeah, you'll put up a little door like this, and then a mailbox, and normally there will be a little ladder going up, but he's too small for that, so he's gonna throw that away, and you'll have those at like the corner of a room or somewhere, and then you'll tell your kids that's where the gnome lives, because in Denmark we Santa's helpers comes from ancient Danish folklore where the gnomes lived at your house. They don't live with Santa, but every house had a gnome, and you had to keep that gnome happy, or it'll burn down your house and make your cattle sick. You know, normal gnomish behavior. So we kind of rolled that into your Santa's helpers, so that's the gnomes who help Santa, but. They will do that, and then they will have the naughty elf who will turn your milk blue and all that stuff. Normally, you'll get when you're in the smaller classes in school. One, you will have like a school naughty elf that they will give you, and you have to take home, and then you have to write a book what it did last night. So the parents have to come up with all this crazy stuff. Yeah, law school was gross. I hate people who spend all that time in college then more time in law school. Who does that? Only weirdos, expert. Only weirdos. You and I are the only two sane people left on the YouTubes. Hey, Caroline. Mikey isn't a law tuber either. Makes that statement double dumb. Yes. And I gave a buddy the bottle of my Lord for Christmas. He tried it for the first time. Did he like it? I don't mind it. I thought Scandinavian gnomes were much taller. Our gnomes will be like your garden gnomes. Those are the ones who live in your attic and burn down your house if you're not nice to them. Oh, oh my, oh my. That that sounds like a fun neighbor. Can I get her number if it's a she? No, it's No Smacks Club. Come on. Have you ever substituted eggs with mayonnaise in a recipe? I'm not Polish. No, no, thank you. No. What about trolls? Do you have trolls? Not really. We have those. I think he has done a few in America as well. The guy who builds those big wooden trolls out in the forest. Trolls is a big part of our folklore, especially all the horrible trolls over in Sweden. But we don't really. It's kind of gotten out of culture. We would talk about it when I was a kid. You'll still hear 10, 15 minutes away from where I live is the biggest rock in Denmark, the biggest single rock that's not part of the bedrock or anything. And the legend was that a troll who lived on an island called Long Island, just like you have it, you copied it from us, got so mad at church bells because they were heathens and they didn't like church bells. So she threw that rock. So that's why it's called the female stone. I don't know why, but that's the name of it. And there is what kind of looks like a handprint, and they say that's because that female troll threw it at a church and missed, and that's why that big old stone is up there. Then you have some weirdos coming in saying, "Oh, it's because of the ice age and the snow," and it's a troll. You know this. Well, that's why you like mayonnaise. You should invite Nurse Kim on, and you can say, "Oh my," and she can go, "Oh." I would like to talk to Nurse Kim. I haven't talked to her ever. I would probably make you a layer cake with fruits. It depends on if he wanted to get in that in the first place. Mm, 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 mm. I'm missing. I'll link you, Baker. Link me to what? I got leprechauns all over my house. I'm always bring one back from Ireland. Oh yeah, the little. Another thing I wanted to talk about again. Train of thoughts. We don't know where we go. You all know it's been no secret that the antis have put up this fundraiser to get monies so they could fight evil Karen Reed, and they are outraising her about 10 times with her new fundraiser. But at the same time, it has raised a lot of what do you call it? Maybe a little. We don't really see why you're doing this. This seems like you're just out here grifting money, and these people will then go and say, well, it's a different case and all of this stuff. But I saw the best explanation why you should give money to the McAlberts yesterday. Missy, this one, Missy Leach, who I don't know. Um, this fundraiser isn't just about the witnesses enduring intimidation and harassment for 3 years. It's about this guy, a beloved son, brother, uncle, and friend who was killed. He stood for courage. He took in his niece and nephew after his sister and brother in law died. It's about a well liked man whose life was cut too short. When you donate, remember that. And the witnesses did nothing but do their civic duty and make timelines and tell Courtney she's getting a gift and moved to another house and relocated a dog. They help a drunk, raging woman in the middle of the night. No, they didn't. It was 6 a.m. and that's morning. I pray justice finally comes for John O'Keefe. So this is a fundraiser to John O'Keefe. So Joan's a hater. Lies, not one word about John on family text. They were only worried about themselves and what the police knew about the McAlbers. You are in a cult. So is his family getting money? No, the witnesses are using it for attorneys, them fighting back for justice for John. No, it's not. It's about the House defendants raising money for themselves. It's always about justice for John. Lady, I don't know who Missy Leach is. I can't keep. All I know is never talk to a. Jeebus, never talk to a lady from Massachusetts. All of them is crazy. That's why Crazy Amy, even though she lives in California, is an honorary Massachusetts. They are always claiming that everyone is in a cult except themselves, but they are willing to fall on their knees and anything coming out of Jen McCabe's or Brian Albert's mouth. It's how they can't see how ridiculous it is that these people are sitting there. Oh, we are fighting for John. There's not one word about John on their presentation. Nothing. And you have those four ratchets who are sitting. Aiden is bad. Aiden is evil. Uh, Aiden is horrible. Gina, I have seen no other evidence. Let's Let's count them: Krusty Pandies, Twisted Tragedies, Cartoony, Meredith, Karen. Name me one Massachusetts woman who isn't crazy. Emily C, I think, is a plant. She's one of those that they pull out and say, see, some of us are absolutely lovely, the best kind of people. I think they cloned her and got her from somewhere else. I don't think. The ho ho ho's from Thursday night stream. Oh, my call-in stream was that Thursday night. They were nice ladies, all of them. Not all of them were from Massachusetts. I won't go to Massachusetts. Everything about it scares me. I'm planning on going there for the next meetup, but I'm gonna be over in a corner when I think I'm gonna find a spot at the Wilbur, and then I'll be sitting with binoculars and a camera, and I'm just gonna film the Massachusetts wildlife, and not in that way. Relax, ladies. This is the No Smacks Club. But I'm gonna sit there and I'm just gonna focus in and say, oh, now this one is backstabbing that one. Look, this one has a burner account on TwitTwat. Oh, that's the real John Barron. No, that's the real John Barron. There's John Barron. It's going to be an amazing documentary. The drunk idiots who can call 911 for help, the cops obviously think they are better than public. They do. They're cops. Don't you know that? Yeah. No offense, ladies. No offense. Don't. Yeah. Nurse Kim is a little crazy, but good, funny crazy. She's all love. A bunch of other freaking women too, like Dina, Erica, Brenda. They're good crazy. Kind of sticks up for family and even strangers. But you said they were crazy. I'm just saying. Get a haircut and get a job. Lucky Lovren, Sergeant Barrows. They're not women. Deaver, Jan, Carrie. The weirdo with the red hair and the push-up bra. Can't remember her name. Catuso, the one who is on TwitTwat all day long right now and talking about how Aiden is a sex pest. Again, I don't hear much of the ladies say, well, I'm not crazy. You know it. Every time men start calling women crazy due to what the man did to screw up a relationship. Well, don't blame us. You knew we were like this before you went into me. What? No pegging. They doxed that Baron a-hole. Did they? I think everyone is a John Barron. There's so many people out there. You were answering the fellow chat. Well, I don't know. I can't follow along. Oh, scoochie titties. I never heard that word. Big red. Red hair and push-up bra. That was you in your 20s. We should have known each other back then. Kim Fair. I'm crazy in all the best ways, but crazy. Again, it's not that you're not crazy. It's just you're a different kind of crazy. What the hell did I get a message on? Oh, thank you for the new follower on TwitTwat. I'm a man. I can change if I have to. Yeah, no, we can't. Yeah, but I have to keep up my massage therapist rumor, so I have to blame it on the females because else I would be at fault, and I can't be at fault. What's next? Me sitting streaming someone else's spaces just so I can spite people? I would never go that low. Du-du-du-du-du. But do we have something else we needed to talk about? I'm just thinking. I saw I fell asleep, so I don't know what's going on. And I saw Aiden was doing his uh the motion we did the other day. I would have fun in Boston. I probably would, but most of all, just enjoying the wildlife. Just of course I would need to do the tour. You know, this is the bar stool where this is the stall where need to do that tour, and here you can get mediocre chicken and parm. This is where the two brides made a baby. I want to go and see all of that, but I don't know. Oh, and of course, I want to go see where you found the Boston Red Sox banner that got you VIP tickets. All of those famous. It's not like Boston is known for anything else than that. So maybe I could be the head of your tourism board and find out finally something that people would go to Boston for, and have a little. Maybe you could have an interactive tour. You have to bring your own wife or girlfriend if you want to do the finger banging. It won't be the tourist board who provides that one for you. Talk about tourist. Hey, Scotty, stay in Boston and do a road trip to Canton. Well, I need a time when I need to buy some tickets because the problem is Aiden is saying it's gonna be. But if he says it a month before, my plane tickets will be almost twice the price. I could never have a sense of humor. You do so early in the morning. What are you doing today when we're all sleeping? I will be popping off to the gym. It'll be what I did chesticles Fridays. So today it'll be leg day. No, because I have cougar class tomorrow. I'll be back day today, so I can take leg before I do cougar class, so they're not too busted. Then I have to clean my house, and I don't know. Maybe I have to. If anything interesting comes up, I'll have. I really want to try that spaces again and try and do the call in. It was kind of cool talking to you weirdos. Present company excluded, of course, but it was really cool just having that option, and been thinking about it a lot because I effed it up. Crazy April, you will be the one needing protection between Baker and Aiden's seasons of drought. Again, I'm going to be in a corner with a binocular. What happens in the room in front of me, it's what's happening. Now I'm skipping leg day till tomorrow because if I do legs today, they will be a little bit busted, and I have cougar class tomorrow, so I need to be able to move. But if I do legs before I do cougar class, they'll just be swole. I'm going on that tour, bar tour here in Chicago, and I'll be dancing on bars. Oh my, oh my. Yes, that was it Thursday? I tried to set it up and then I fucked it up, and Jimmy had to come on and we couldn't figure it out. It's gonna be I'm gonna figure it out at some point. Oh, I did sleep. I went to bed at 8 o'clock. I was watching Cosy G and I fell asleep to him, and then I woke up at 4 a.m. in the morning. Oh, please come to the Will Bar. Well, again, if I can get a date, because what where do you fly? Boston? Is the airport Boston? Logan Airport? Is that the one you fly to? Let's just Momondo this bitch. Let's say, did he say April or March? I think he said April or March. So and I need a couple of days to stay there. And it's going to be a weekend probably. It's in March, I believe. Well, there's nothing. There's nothing on the schedule if it's going to be March or April. There's a lot of could have, would have, should have been at this time, but it looks like it's cheap-ish. Let's just say the last weekend of March. Oh, that's going to be expensive. Don't do it here. But the show is going to be on a Saturday. So if I should do a meetup where we might meet up and hang out at a bar or something, I should do that on a Friday. Then on the Thursday, if anyone wants to give me a tour. So I should fly in around Tuesday or Wednesday. Let's just say Wednesday. And I'm going to be hungover and drunk on a Sunday. So flying home on a Monday. I don't want to have. Stop doing this shit. There it is. And I need premium economy because I'm fat. So it's looking right now. It's looking like somewhere around $1,000 to fly over there. That's it's yeah, the lowest I can get is 7,000 Danish. That's 1,150 $1,100. Crazy Amy, if you just let me speak, I just explained how our dollars work. Women's. April is cheaper than March. Yeah, I've heard about her. Have you ever heard about Josh and Jay's two guys from England? Pretty funny and came to US, traveled, shocked by a lot of things, food saying. I've seen them have moonshine. That's a funny video. It's best to drive 20 minutes from Boston towards suburbs. Would be cheaper on an Airbnb. Yeah, we call it Mars. Yeah, because it's named after the god Mars, who is the Roman god of war. Will I eat your pies? Maybe we should have a pie bake-off. Yeah, we can do that. I can use because I've had the request that I bring the baker patty, so we can do a pie and slash or pie and smash. So that could be a thing. How do I get this off again? You don't know how to get off? No, I don't. Shut up. So now, right now, with the info I got, it's $1,000, but that'll go up the closer we get to it. Is your money fermented sardines? No, we are using kroner. Fly to UK and then there from US, so much cheaper. Fly into Heathrow. No, it's not cheaper to. This is direct. These are direct flights from Copenhagen. I get the cheapest. It's Momondo. They'll give me the cheapest option. If I do with a layover, I don't even get the option to do layovers. It's we have direct flight. Kastrup, our airport in Copenhagen, is the biggest in all of Scandinavia. So we fly but it's nice. It's only a no. They have one stops here. Where the hell is that stopping? Frankfurt. I don't want to go to Frankfurt. I want to go there, and I don't want to have stops. There shouldn't be stops on the trip to Boston. Shut up. Because it gets so long. Oh, I can get a cheap flight if I want to fly for 21 hours. Nope. I just want to go on a plane and stop. Unless one going over Munich. Well, I have to figure it out how to get there. You know what? Thursday, the Harvard Art Museum is open with late with bar open and free admission. That's a meetup place you might want to be. I don't want to see chat. I don't want chat people in a typical dank Boston bar. If you can just show up there and there's room so you can hang out, that could be cool. Just bought tickets from Ohio to Washington and back 300 US. I feel lucky. I fly to I've flown to Knoxville the last 2 years, and even on premium economy, I this year I got it for 1,200. That's a pretty decent price. I could go and ride in economy, but again, that is a big boy, and I don't fit well into that. And you have been very generous. The company is going to pay. I don't mind shelling out. I thought you were about to brand women with that thing. I've been told to bring it. What we need it for, you have to tell me. March is a bad month for a show. Spring break, prices are double and different weeks in countries. It's like the entire month. Again, I don't do any meetup other than I'm gonna slot it in either a day before or a day after Aiden is doing his meetup. And it's just gonna be, hey, I'm gonna hang out at this bar, wanna come and get finger blasted like Lindsay Gitani. That's what it's gonna be. And no promises on the finger blasting. That's how plane ticket price work. What? You got married on the Ides of Miles. Always beware the idols of Mars. Yeah, but I have the baguette coming soon. Deanne, let's get Baker to the Wilbur. Well, you don't have to get me to the Wilbur. You have to have a date set for the Wilbur. So every time you go in and because I heard that's the thing, you ladies apparently I got this from my good friend Meredith. You ladies are sending titlets and stuff like that to Aiden. And can you just write on it the next time? Oh, maybe over the nip-naps. Set a date so I can buy some plane tickets. That's the only thing we have. So that's what we need done now. Is that a one way, $1,000? Not too bad if it's no. It's a round trip. It's cheaper to buy. What the hell's going on? It's because I've slept too much. That it's cheaper to buy tickets to America from us than for you to come to us. When my mom passed away, that was around the coof time, and our American exchange student wanted to fly over and participate in it, and then my dad passed a few years later, and she said, I just can't make it because it's so insanely expensive. The amount of money I paid to take my two girls and fly over and visit her with car rental was less than her plane tickets cost. But thank you, Deanne. I'm too afraid to go to Boston. What if Valerie asks me questions like, why do you take a plane just to travel? Yeah, that's... Can you buy and change it later? Yeah, but then it'll just go up in price. You will add maybe like 75% to the price. So if I just can get, and they need to do a date because they have to slot the Wilbur. They have to rent the Wilbur to get it. So, and you can't just show up 2 days before and say, "Oh, by the way, can I rent this house tomorrow?" So yeah. $300 from South Dakota to Boston. I think during the first meetup, we Farrell talked about if she was going from her where she lives to back to where she comes from inside of the US, it would be more expensive than me flying. I did the first one, I did all the cost cutting because I wasn't making a lot of money on the YouTubes, but I wanted to go meet people. And I cut all the corners you can, took the extra long flights and flew at a stupid hour and sat on economy. And the only thing I did, I bought an upgrade for leg room on the way home, and I was at the just at the aisle. So every time they brought the chair, the cart by, she would hit my legs. So really shitty upgrade. But that plane ticket was, I think, 4,500 Danish. But that was all the crap. It took me 28 hours to fly there. I looked it up. I can fly to Atlanta and drive to Knoxville in 3 hours. It's a 9-hour flight, 3-hour drive, and it'll cost me $200 more than doing the 28-hour trip. I'm getting too old, too fat for that life. Thank you, Danny. Baker to Wilbur. Well, I am coming. I just need a date. You don't have to entice me. Well, you can send me the tourist brochure if you. But Bad Baker. This is why they call you a sex pest. Yeah, I know. And I'm a massage therapist. I'm sorry. Yeah, but that's why you get in trouble. I know, but it's night. We can have fun. You can be a little smexiness. What? Thank you. Why the disparity in pricing? Subsidies, maybe. You should have cheaper travel because you are such a heavy airport air travel country. I I'm going to Copenhagen next weekend and meeting with the family. I'm going to take a train. There's no plane going from here to Copenhagen. It couldn't get up before it had to get down again. That's what she said. I know. Atlanta is a great airport. I've never been there, but I'm thinking if I can go there, get a rental, and drive to Knoxville, all within 12 hours, and it won't be more than $200 more than taking 20 hours. The last time when I flew over the last time, I got delayed out of Copenhagen. I ran straight to the gate, and I don't run. Got there, they closed the door behind me because I was technically scheduled for another flight already when I arrived at the gate. My luggage was 2 days delayed. I flew into O'Hare, got delayed 2 or 3 hours in O'Hare, had to shift gates 5 times. When I flew home, it went pretty well. We got delayed in Knoxville, but the rest of the trip was okay. But if I can just go to Copenhagen, go to the gate, put my ass in a seat, recline the seat, close my eyes, and wake up in Atlanta 9 hours later, I'll do that. Baker, you can't call women heavy airports. I would never call a woman a heavy airport. What does that at all imply? It makes no Lefty, this is why you're stuck in Canada. That's not what you call women's are not airports. I know you can come and go in them, but that you can do so in a train station as well, and that would make more sense with the train going into the tunnel. Get your sexual euphemisms Right. Housewarming party at Baker's. Oh, you're coming to Denmark? I don't have that much room. We're gonna have to share a bed, all of us. Yeah, it was really annoying, and we it's the same when I had to fly out, and that was at night, and we were just punched all over the place, and in the end, we were, that gate that you have to take two trains, change 5 time zones, and sell a kidney to get to. That was the one we ended up flying out of, and it was the red eye, so there was a lot of tired kids. Not a fun time. Well, 1,000 round trip. Everything is so expensive, but the same tickets cost more from here. Sometimes look at places like Iceland, Italy, Greece. So nice. Yeah, but I don't know. But it'll cost me roughly the same to fly to Spain as it costs to fly to America. Yeah, I bet maybe I need to do that. The subway goes to the airport in Boston basically via bus. That's part of the subway system. Pretty easy. Yeah, I'm not gonna rent a car and drive around because I'm gonna be Chris Alberting the shit out of my trip. Um, if I'm not drunk within an hour after arriving, am I even in Massachusetts? So I am not getting in a car, and I've never used Uber, so I'm probably gonna sleep on a bench and scream about Paul Revere or something like that. And it's still gonna be a nice trip. How long is the flight to Spain? 2.5, 3 hours. Less than 400 for Crazy Amy. Well, you have a reason to travel. Brown chicken, brown cow. You have a movie to produce. I'll be your taxi. I'm 10 minutes from the airport. And I was looking at the will. No, that casino you go to is in Southie or something. Someone has to hold my hands. Do your thing, Baker Wang. Go screen on the Goodwill Hunting bench. Oh yeah, that's in Boston as well. How do you like them apples? I'm not the biggest fan of apples. I like bananas more. Englænderne kommer. Kan vi gøre noget ved det? That's walkable for where I live, the casino. Is the Wilbur close to the casino? So, how much to fly to imaginary upside down land? So that would be Sydney. Sydney on the same dates would be. That's not that much more expensive. With one stop in Singapore, I could do it for 22,000. So that'll be 4,000 American. Yeah, roughly 4,000 American. 3,500 American. Do you feel my heart beating? Do you understand why I feel this way? I am my only dreaming. Is it burning an eternal flame? You should just stay at the casino if he's doing that again. I looked at the prices at the casino. I have YouTube money. I'm not YouTube rich. Let's just say that. I have money can go to the Americas. I don't have money enough that I could stay at the casino and bang the nanny. No coke habits for me. So sorry, ladies, that's not gonna happen. The Encore is in Everett. Oh, how nice. It's not that nice of a casino either. I don't like casinos. Casinos, well, I have a slight little bit of a. I used to have a slight little bit of a gambling problem, so I don't go to casinos that much. Oh, Sandy D sent a message that I missed. Oh, I'm sorry. Sandy D says, "If I'm not drunk, am I even in Massachusetts?" I haven't heard about anyone in Massachusetts who weren't drunk in a car at some point. So I won't do DUIs because I'm very much against driving under the influence. But I will drink the whiskey if someone brings me the whiskey or the Malort. Bang the nanny. Well, that's when you get famous on the YouTubes. You have to do that. We don't need a bigger flight fund. It's fine. I'm doing well. I'm not complaining. I'm not saying that I need the money. I say I need a date. Ladies, DM me if you want to be on my dance card. No, I need a date when I have to book tickets for. Then the rest will be sorted out themselves. Come on now. The casino is ridiculous price, but maybe Turtle can work out a group price. Again, yeah, but hopefully you learn from it. Again, staying at a casino, it's just not my kind of vibe. It's I don't mind going there and hanging out and maybe I don't know lose a little bit of money, but I don't want to stay at one. Vegas never really was something that was an attraction to me. I didn't want to go there. I've never really thought, oh, let me get to Vegas. It's going to be amazing. I'm more the kind of guy where if you think of the worst bar you ever been in, if that burned down and they still had two stools left and a bit of a bar, I would be sitting in one of those stools. I don't do high class. You will most likely see me in a hoodie, a pair of jeans, buying some whiskey and just sitting there. I don't do all of that fancy shit. Well, my house has nothing to do with my YouTube money. It's nothing to do with that. I don't like that. Casino rooms are cheaper. Oh, I didn't. I looked at Momondo yesterday. They didn't look cheap. There was hotels close by, and I know they might not be the best, but I need the three S's based: showering, shaving, and then I'm fine. And I don't need fancy for that. How long is the flight from Denmark? I think it's 9 hours with one stop. Vegas is actually fun without the casinos. Yeah, but it's too plasticky for me. I don't like plastic. Silicone toys are for no silicone is for silicone for toys. I can't remember. I'm going to offend you, offend a lot of us. Hey, Jess, if I haven't done it already, I haven't tried hard enough. Let's find a hostel. Let's get bunk beds. Crazy Amy will be at. Yeah, well, she doesn't need a. She has a bed to stay in, and she's covered, and she's not going to sleep anyway. According to what I saw on Turtle Chat today, Crazy Amy will be taking the red eye home, sitting on one of those hemorrhoid donuts. It was just Sir Mix-a-Lot, and I don't agree with Sir Mix-a-Lot because he likes big butts, and I like big other parts. Do not stay at the hostel in Chelsea. I get sprung. No, stop it, Baker. You are an incessant sex pest. I know, but it's because I'm a massage therapist. But no, all of this will be at some point possible. But I still need I still need a date. My brother wants to see Legoland one day if ever make it to Denmark. I'd love to meet you also. And if you're ever in New York and want to come watch one of my boxing fights, I'll get you. I'm probably never going to be in New York again. I really didn't like my experience in New York the first time, but I like watching a good boxing show. So, and the house I'm looking at now is 30 minutes away from Legoland, so we can do a meetup. Any of you know a good chiropractor? Hmm, yes. Your hood has Legoland. Oh, cool. Am I coming to Girl Week's weekend in Chicago? If a woman looked like this, I'm pretty sure she would be sad. But I haven't been invited to anything, so I can only go where I've been invited. Well, I'm going to invite myself to the Wilbur. There's another hostel in downtown. Looks very nice. There's a Legoland in Windsor, not far from the castle. It used to be the old safari park. Yeah, it's all over the world, but yeah. I would love Gatlinburg, Tennessee, but you also may get annoyed by the cultural appropriation. Well, I've been to Gatlinburg. I've been to Dollywood twice. That's in Gatlinburg. So I haven't been out there. So yeah. Did I just see Twisted Trailer on the screen? I was actually thinking instead of doing the cream pie as then just put on the wig, but I thought people would get confused. Who's that hottie? No, but the big problem is I am, unless something else insanely important comes up, I will be coming to Boston, even though I've said I'm never going to go to Massachusetts because I can't do it with my liver. So I am going to come there if Aiden can lock down a date. That's going to be the big thing. Um, all of this, it could be March, it could could be April. Which, funny enough, was the name of the nanny. I can't do anything with that other than just say okay. I'll have to look out for cheap tickets then. So this is what we are working with. There is a legit nice hostel in Boston, actually. Well, I'm not saying that it would happen, but let's just say me and Lindsay Gattani walked into the same bar and locked eyes, and I gave her one of these. Then maybe I needed somewhere where I didn't share a bunk bed with someone else, if you understand. I'm just saying. Mhm. The Boston Banshees. You'll be eating cannolis in Boston. That should balance out everything. Leave the gun. Drink the cannolis. If you can come up with a date, we could be getting some flights and stuff for ourselves for Christmas. Yes, that's the thing. But I think it's because it's a little fluid with all the things going on. And hey, let's be honest, it's not like Aiden haven't had a little bit on his mind the last couple of days, because people be crazy, right? I saw that The Boston Banshees had another meeting today. Don't take that name because I'm gonna misappropriate it now to all the weirdos. I didn't listen to it because girl blocked me as well, and I don't go looking for trash. It's enough that I have to listen to it over on Ray's channel when he replays it. I would rather give him the view. But I knew about it because someone else chose to restream it because it's not an internet beef if we don't try to steal viewers from Aiden's show. And where the hell was I going with that? Oh yeah, Aiden. So now she's sitting there and saying, "Oh, he edited everything," and and it's not going to die down for the next week or so. So I can understand if he's a little. I just have to get these motions done. I have to get all of this crazy women out of my life. I'm not saying you can just choose what sexuality, but I am considering going gay. Jimmy seems way more fun. If no one gets finger blasted at the Wilbur weekend, I'm going to be so disappointed. Yeah. Sponsor B&B Broken Baker's Pump and Dump in Boston. No. I'll I'll pretend I know them after. Well, I have taken exactly 0 women out of the dating pool. So if I went gay, it would just be one less man for the rest of you. I'm not sure it's going to fix anything. Oh, I thought you, Jess, I thought you said he was going to come to Massachusetts. Jimmy only has eyes for Peter, and I think that's a good thing because they could be a good little couple. Funny. Yes, I'm pretty sure. Hey, Diane G. I want to go to Dollywood so bad. Dollywood is a cool place. I don't do the rides. I just walk around because of my bad back. But it's a cool place. You would like it. Maybe don't bring the entire wrestling team just because there's a lot of walking and there's a lot of yeah. Jimmy likes Dean. He thinks Dean is cute. I don't know who Dean is. Who's Dean? I don't know who is. I don't know. I don't know. But hey, if he likes them and he likes her or he likes he and he likes he, ain't my problem. As long as it's age appropriate and consenting, have all the fun you want to have. Because life is too short. We only have one of them. And the well, you're a wrestling mom, so I'm guessing you have. I don't know if you're at Mo levels, but yeah. Thank you, Princess Lover. That's so I can read my text on screen. I have to look older now. Turtle Dove has to be careful. Glad she's telling them everything, but I didn't agree when he said she's not conniving, just stupid. Maybe doesn't think before acts impulse, but definitely did faking baby clay months and fake. I've taken the position as long as she is helping and in contact with the defense team. I'm trying to step back my criticism. I have given what I believe are valid criticisms, but I've taken a step back because I hope she can help a lot. So that's the thing. By the way, did anyone check on the? We have so many Jesses, but the Jess who fell over earlier today, have anyone checked? Because normally she will always come into the chat after my show and said, "Oh, I fell asleep listening to Baker." I know I'm boring, but still, she talked about having a concussion. Have you all checked up on her? I'm just, yeah. My son has graduated. No, it's a good name. And did you know if you were a wrestler once, you can fight all the time, even guys 4 times your size. Who never did? Well, I did. I did take karate at some point, but trust me, I can't do high kicks. Yeah, but just tell her I'm sorry Baker put you to sleep again. It happens to all of us because she's always, oh, I fell asleep. Yeah, she's just a little bit dramatic. She was sitting in Kossy's chat talking about how she hit her head and might have a concussion. You know, women. It's always one thing or the other. Which, yes, exactly. We need to have a list of who are the crazy women in Aiden's life. And then we have a list who are the Jesses. Because there's so many Jesses. There's Bacon Jess, there's Bombshell Jess, there's Clumsy Jess. We need this is why I make up nicknames because I can't. Oh, Miss Jess. Oh, that's another Jess. Jess Bacon. So we have to figure out what to call them. We can't keep calling them Jess. That's why Crazy Amy is Crazy Amy because everyone is called April. Stupid April is probably the most used name on the internet. That's why she's Crazy April. Nikki is still awake. Glad to hear it. I can do high kicks. Yeah, but you're not a fat old man. I wish I could fall asleep. Kirk's, it's 6:47. You're about to start your day. Stop whining. Get up. Get some coffee. I have to watch Turtle Boy. I missed it. I caught the back end of it where he was talking about the hearing the other day. That was pretty good. If it got tires or lipstick, it'll always cost you. Ain't that the truth? I just spent $500 on my car. Let's name them after animals. They will love that. I don't know. I'm running out of names really fast. Krusty Panties is the manatee. Then I don't know. Can we call one of no Nanook is that means polar bear, but that's not a good name for a woman because she's she would then be the largest land living predator. Maybe maybe that is a good name for a woman. Always the back end baker. Always. I don't mind. Yeah. Well, I am the one who says he's an asshole, and I like a good asshole. No, no, the other Jess. No, not that Jess either. That's what I'm saying. There's too many Jesses. Yeah, now she has another Jess account. So this is another one Jess turns to two Jess. Jackal, Wild Dog, Tasmanian Devil. I know ladies love nicknames like that. Linda, no one knows what we walked into. No one knows. What about Jess's? Yeah, but we have to find a way when I'm then saying, Jess, could you please stop doing that, Jess? Come on now. And then they're all, me? I said, no, my admin is really, really mad about that picture. I like that person who said, I hope you got a peek. Nope. I'm either woke up at midnight or 2 a.m. All I know is it had 2 in it. Well, I thought I'm just going to take a nap because I'm a little tired. And I slept for 7.5 hours. Very lame birthday this year, 47. Can't believe I made it this far. Congratulations. Happy 47th. In only 20 years, I will have the same age as you. It's going to be wonderful to reach 20 years older and be 47 years old. And I hope you enjoyed today. Even though it's lame, you got to hang out with us, the coolest club, the No Smacks Club, right at the back end of your birthday. So even if it was shitty, we made sure it ended with a bang. Hyena, vulture, warthog, wildebeest. Sheep's multiplied just squared. Machado sounds like a vineyard. Yeah, it sounds fancy. It sounds like some new startup wine that one sounds a little more pretentious. So they call it, oh, this is the Machado, from Nappy Valley. And it has these very earthy notes, and it's dry, white. You're going to enjoy it while you're having your charcuterie. I don't know. I don't drink wine. Does white wine go with charcuterie? I don't know. That's I should just stop talking. I'm an idiot. But kids, canoodles, Jessises, it's 8 a.m. I need to go get some breakfast. Gonna go sling some back. So I'm gonna train for the Wilbur. Gonna do some rack pulls. So just let me know how high I need to be able to pull, you ladies. Stop saying that. Cougar class is tomorrow. Cougar class is tomorrow. Mondays and Fridays, I dance with the ladies. And today it's just good old clanging and banging, hurting our body and making it sore, and just enjoy it after. It's gonna be get them traps ready to go. Yeah, when the street fight's on, we better be. You're talking to me. You're talking to me. What? What? Well, I am Jess Ambient. That's gonna be my new Smex toys. Will be Jess Ambient. You have the baguette, you have the Baker Patty, and the Jess Ambient. It'll put you to sleep faster than anything else on the planet, because that woman sleeps through all of my shows. I'm boring, I know. The rest of you, when you're sending your dirty pics, right? Find a date, Aiden. Baker needs to know. I knew you would say that.
I'm Jimmy. How y'all doing?
I know English is your second language, but you don't word
It's
your
my
questions
third,
carefully.
but I'm still better at it than you. You are
the most important people in this case that everybody seems to have forgotten in this room is the jury. So we're going to take a 15-minute break and both sides take a pregnant pause and think about the jury.